Hey guys, this is James White with Freakin' Reviews, bringing you as seen on TV product reviews, gadget reviews, and more. Now if you like what you see in this video, please consider subscribing for more videos like this. Now today I've got the BlanQuil Chill, which is a weighted cooling blanket. Weighs 15 pounds. Is it better than the original? Let's find out in today's review. All right, well, this looks a lot different than the original. That looks different. It feels nice. Has this kind of hexagon effect. Let me jump underneath this thing and see how it feels. All right, you know, I've done a surprising number of videos where I'm laying in my bed. It's just, never really anticipated that when I started my channel. Wasn't really planning on being the guy laying in the bed, but here I am. All right, I do feel there's a cooler sensation than the original BlanQuil, and it's heavy, not as heavy as the other one was 25 pounds. This is 15, so it's not quite as heavy. It does have that kind of swaddling feeling that the other one does. In fact, one thing, I'm gonna have to unzip this. The regular BlanQuil has these quilted sections, which I'll bring the other original out in a minute here. And I don't feel that kind of sensation, because you could feel the individual squares even when you're wearing it with a cover on the original. This one, I don't feel that. So I'm kind of curious how this is actually put together. But right now, it does feel kind of cool, and it does feel kind of heavy. So just my first reaction is that it might work, but we got a long way to go. There's a lot of reasons people use weighted blankets. Sometimes people have sleep problems and it kind of keeps them in place. Some people have anxiety, it makes them feel comforted. So there's a lot of benefits, and my daughter, who has had some problems with those things, find that it helps. Not everybody's on the weighted blanket bandwagon though, but I can say that I've used them and I think that they are pretty good. My daughter uses them, she has other issues, and she likes them more than I do. Now, there is a zipper right here that I can see what's inside here. Okay, so it is comprised of quilted sections like the original, but they're not as thick. So it has a flatter feeling than the regular BlanQuil, which you can kind of feel the different compartments individually. Here, when it's on me, I don't really feel them so much, but I do feel, it feels like there's something like a sand or almost like a sand inside of each one. And like the original, they do have these ties that keep the case attached to the weighted part, because that otherwise it would just shift around it all up on one side. So they have to do that. I understand that. This part feels cool to touch, but underneath the inside doesn't, and this doesn't. This does. There's definitely something about this material that does seem cooler than everything else, which bodes well for the success of the BlanQuil Chill. All right, here we go. Got my purple pillow, the purple mattress, and now the BlanQuil Chill, which actually feels cold right now. I'm wearing my normal sleep attire, and this is my first night trying it out, and we'll see what happens. Look who's here. Bailey wanted to see the BlanQuil Chill. All right, Bailey, time to go to sleep. You want to get another BlanQuil Chill? You want to cool off? All right. Look at you. Oh, I wasn't expecting that, Bailey. Oh no, she's getting excited. Bailey, I gotta go to sleep. You're getting excited. Where's the ball? Go get your ball. Oh no, she's knocked the camera over. You're gonna knock the camera over, Bailey. You're gonna knock something over. Ah! I'm gonna turn my light off so Bailey stops playing, and we'll see how the BlanQuil Chill does. But right now it feels pretty cool. Is it staying cool? I'm not sure. Okay, Bailey. That dog. I'm gonna see how cool this stays tonight, and I'll let you know tomorrow. Hopefully Bailey stops playing with her toy when I'm trying to sleep. For now, it's night number one. Let's see how it goes. One of the few gripes that I had with the original BlanQuil is when you're going to put the case back on, these frayed ends sometimes are difficult to fit through this loop here. It seems like if they had some sort of a better way of doing it, that would be easier. I found that sometimes getting this case on took a long time just because of those. Once you get on, no problem, but getting it through there can be a pain because you have a bunch of these to do. All right, let me show you guys how to take this in and out of the cover. Now, I've taken the cover off, I've washed it. The cover is washable on this one, and the original, the interior is not washable. So here's how this goes. You have these loops in here, and it looks like they made the ties a little bit narrower, which is good, because I had a hard time, as I said, getting these through the loops on the original. So let me see how long this takes. So this is the weighted section. It's funny, there's a tag on here. This tag says 100% propylene beads. This one says 85% silicone dioxide balls. So I don't know what the difference is. The tag also says the cover is 100% cotton. This tag says it covers 100% polyester fiber. Who knows? But again, the weighted parts are not supposed to be washable. So if you get something on there, I guess you're just gonna have to spot clean it as best you can. So it took me 3 minutes to get the cover off. Let me see how long it takes to get the cover back on. See, this is kind of what I was afraid of. I was hoping they would make these loops bigger. There's no reason the loops have to be so small. It's hard to get this in there. It's easier with these smaller straps than the first one, but the loops could certainly be bigger to make this easier, because this adds several minutes to the process in the original. Let's see how long it takes on this one. Whoops. That took me about 5 minutes. The original takes about 5 minutes also. I think that they improved the size of the straps, but the loops are still kind of small. If you're watching this BlanQuil, please make the loops bigger next time, because that would make it much faster to put the cover back on. Otherwise, it's not really that bad of a process. All right, let's take a look at these side by side here. This is the original BlanQuil. This is the 20-pound blanket. This is the BlanQuil Chill. This is the 15-pound blanket. As far as I know, this only comes in white as of this time. I'm sure they'll have more colors later. Now, just touching the material of the covers, the BlanQuil Chill does have a cooler feeling to it. I don't know if it's actually cooler, if it's just a cooling illusion. I'm not sure, but it definitely has a different feel, a different texture. Here, let me get a closer look. But if you can see closely, the material is different. Has a different feel, a different texture, and it does have a cooler sensation to it. So it's time to bring my daughter in here. She's been sleeping with this for almost a year. She's also tried this one out as well. I've tried both of them out. We're going to talk about what we think about each one of these. All right, guys, I've got my daughter here.
Hello.
She has been using the BlanQuil, the original that she's sitting on, for almost a year now. I get a lot of people asking me how she thinks about it after this time. So first tell us what you think about the original, and then we'll talk about the BlanQuil Chill.
Okay, well, the original, I love it, first and foremost. I like the weight of it. It's very, since I toss and turn a lot in my sleep, I like how it just kind of keeps me in place, and I'm able to just kind of pass out faster since I'm not moving around as much. You've
used it mainly without the cover, because it has this cover that comes with it. It's a really nice cover, but you usually use it without the cover, so we talk about that.
I took off the cover when it wasn't too cold, but I put it back on when it got too cold. And I found that with the cover on, especially lately, it became too hot because it wasn't as cold.
Yeah.
So I took it off, and it was still too hot. I was waking up just covered in sweat,
I've used it as well, and it's very warm with the cover on, and it's still pretty warm without the cover on.
But that's only because it's getting warmer here.
So I think we both agree on this, that it's good for making you feel swaddled and comforted when you're sleeping. It helps keep you in place, kind of.
Yeah.
And it's pretty warm with the cover on, and still a little bit warm without the cover on. So that's why I think they put out the Chill, which we're going to talk about next. We both use this as well. What do you think about on its own merits, what do you think about the BlanQuil Chill?
Well, the first initial reaction when I grabbed it was, wow, that's nice.
It's a totally different material, yeah.
It's a different material. Yeah. And it's not this one's more soft, but this one isn't as soft, but it's not like it's itchy or harsh or anything. It's just kind of...
It's more smooth, actually.
It's there.
It's actually more smooth than soft.
Yeah. It also felt cool. Not like ice cube cold, but cool.
It does feel cool when you first touch it. I agree with that.
Touch it.
Yeah. Now, do you think that the Chill, after you've laid it for a while, is still cooler than the regular, or are they about the same?
It's not nearly as hot as the original, I think.
So I've also used the BlanQuil Chill, and I felt that when I first put it on, it was a very cool sensation. I actually really liked it, but it didn't take very long before it was kind of like room temperature or my body temperature.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it warms up it doesn't make me feel as warm as the original cover does. So I do think that even though maybe it doesn't stay cold, it's cooler than the original. So as far as temperature goes, I would still take the BlanQuil Chill, even though I don't know if Chill is really a great name for it? Because
Not
that
really.
implies that it stays cold all night, and it really doesn't. And at least not in our experience. I guess they can't say BlanQuil not as hot, you know, because that's kind of what it is.
Right.
BlanQuil not quite as hot as the original. And I guess Chill was better in that case, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not really. It doesn't stay cold.
If they like implemented the same kind of technology from like gel packs, like ice packs or something, into a blanket, maybe.
Can you imagine having each one of those compartments be in a gel pack and put them in the freezer?
I mean, it also would be probably kind of heavy too, if I think about it.
Yeah, it'd be heavy and you'd be freezing all night. They also have a thing called a bed jet, which is a big vent that goes underneath your covers and blows like cold or hot air. I should review that sometime. What do you guys think? I think I should check that out.
I might pass on that because that is kind of weird.
But I mean, in the summertime and here in Vegas, where it's really
the
hot
summer,
outside,
yeah.
I might have to get one of those and check it if they still make it. But anyways, back to the BlanQuil Chill and the regular BlanQuil. With all, I mean, this, by the way, this is 15 pounds. This is 20 pounds, so we got a little bit different weight. What do you think about the weight difference? Do you prefer the heavier or the lighter? Even though you're supposed to, I think, only have 10% of your body weight, which for you would be like a 10-pound blanket.
No.
But you know, they do both come in 20 and 15 pounds. So I think that you could have either one. But what do you think about the weight? Do you like the lighter or the heavier?
I love the heavier one because I toss and turn a lot. But at the same time, heavier equals hotter, probably.
So really, you would take this material with the heavier weight. That would be the ideal for you, right?
Yes,
Okay.
for me. I mean, everyone's different, but me personally, this, but with that weight.
So really, you want to have both. You want to have the Chill for the summer and the regular for the winter.
I mean, in a perfect world, but...
And by the way, price-wise, the original is $80 less than the Chill. The Chill is $249 and the original is $170.
Oh, wait.
So that's another thing to consider. I'm not sure if those prices are going to stay, but as of this date, that's the price.
I mean,
That's something to consider.
Is the price difference also with the weight?
So as far as I know, the weight difference doesn't increase the price. I think they're both, I think it's 170 no matter what weight you pick, or 249 no matter what weight you pick. I don't know if the more expensive price really justifies the amount of cooling you get. I mean, it is cooler, but I don't know if it's $80 cooler.
No, that's kind of rough. I'd say like 20, 30,
Maybe,
maybe. But
yeah.
80, that's a little steep.
Maybe 169, 199 might be a little bit closer,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I like it, but the price seems a little bit, maybe because it's new. I mean,
Maybe.
All right, well, I thank you for helping me out, and I'm going to wrap this up, and I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, that was weak.
Boom.
There we go.
All right, so that's all I've got for the BlanQuil Chill. I'm a little bit on the fence about this one. Both my daughter and I who've used it, we both agree that it's cooler than the original, but it doesn't stay cool all night. At least that was our experience. It's cool at first, and it's not as hot as the original, but it doesn't really stay cool all night. So is it worth the extra cost? I'm not sure. That's going to be up for you to decide. Have you used the BlanQuil Chill, the original, or another weighted blanket? Tell me what you think in the comments below. Please follow my social profiles for progress pictures, videos as I go. And please subscribe for more product reviews from me, James White, with Freakin' Reviews. I look like, you know, when I do that, it looks like I have melt pattern baldness. Look at that. That looks terrible. I do have melt pattern baldness, but I don't want to make it look like I do. Look at this.
You look like E.T.
I look like E.T.
We both do.